We're 22 WSBT. Together making a difference. Live, this is News 22 at 11.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Pinkerton. Welcome to the final hour of the year 2000. Around the world, 2001 has already been ushered in. In Australia, thousands of people flocked to Sydney Harbour for the official start of the new millennium. The city came alive in an electric display of lights and colors from fireworks. Also a party tonight in New York. That's where Lee Cowan is in Times Square tonight.
From Sydney, Australia, to Tokyo and on into the City of Light, Paris, France, the rest of the world has already welcomed in the year 2001. The question, though, is just what is the world celebrating? The dawn of a new millennium or just the passing of another year? It's a controversy as old as the calendar. In New York's Times Square, it didn't seem to matter. The big party in the Big Apple is already underway for whatever there is to celebrate. A short while ago, workers raised the world-famous crystal ball, which drew almost as many cheers as when it comes back down. But it was the New Year's Eve that almost wasn't. More than a foot of snow dumped on the city yesterday threatened to bury tradition. But an army of plows and blowers worked through the night, slowly making room for a storm of a different kind. And they made it just in time. In less than an hour, former heavyweight champ Muhammad Ali will press the button to begin the ball's descent into history. More than 6,000 police officers are on hand. Manhole covers are welded shut as a security precaution, just as they were the last time around. But with the bitterly cold weather and much of the millennium hype now gone, this New Year's Eve bash looks to be a little more subtle, if anything can be subtle, in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
Last year was the Millennium celebration, and the crowds were truly out of control. And we would like to have smaller crowds.
With the task of snow removal now out of the way, the next big task will be the cleanup. Some 3,000 pounds of confetti will have to be swept up, along with whatever else a crowd of some 500,000 partiers leaves behind. It will take all night, but by tomorrow morning, Times Square will be as it always is, loud, but with a fresh face to start the new year. Lee Cowan, CBS News, Times Square.
Well, there may not be a giant ball dropping in Michiana. Still, people here are celebrating the new year. News 22's Dawn Clapperton joins us live from one New Year's party in South Bend that's becoming a 21st century tradition. Dawn?
That's right, Jim. Last year, a group of friends here in South Bend got together and wanted to find a fun way to celebrate the New Year's. And this is the result of an annual party. More than 200 people gathered here celebrating. And with the Y2K scare behind everyone, they're celebrating the new millennium.
You guys ready?
With help from a local comedian and a rock and roll band, these friends are welcoming in 2001 the South Bend way.
I like it because it's a closed party, so there's only invitation only, so there's not going to be a lot of different people here. It's not like going to a club where you don't know anybody, so it's really going to be fun, I think.
Each year has been a little different. Sometimes I stayed at home. This year I decided to go out just because there was a lot of friends getting together, so I thought it'd be a good time to go out.
So whether you believe the new millennium started last year,
no, the real millennium was last year. I worked at a bank, so I had to prepare for all last year. So, no, last year.
or you just aren't sure.
I have no idea.
These friends believe this new year is a time for celebration.
Yes, this is the new millennium, and I'm ready for it. Ready to go. Ready for an exciting new year.
The band Phil Hornet is on the stage here right now at this private party, and as you can tell, there are a lot of people here having a good time. It may not be a formal event in any way, shape, or form, but people are really having a good time, and they're bringing in the year 2001 the way they brought it, Jim.
All right, thanks a lot, Dawn. Well, police around Michiana are urging you to use common sense as you celebrate tonight. They don't want to see a repeat of what happened last year in downtown Elkhart. You may remember a bullet from a gun fired in the air at midnight struck a woman, injuring her. Police say guns have no part in New Year's celebrations. Police also reminding you not to drink and drive. In fact, Mothers Against Drunk Driving is sponsoring free cab rides home from local bars until 3:30 tomorrow morning. Investigators are looking for clues into a huge fire in LaPorte County last night. The fire gutted the offices and a storage area at Weiss Pre-Staining in Stillwell. Extreme heat and exploding 55-gallon barrels kept firefighters at bay. That fire burned so hot it blistered the fire department's primary pumper truck. About 70 workers will be on the job Tuesday while the owners decide how to rebuild. Well, the clock is ticking toward tomorrow's Fiesta Bowl, which will pit Notre Dame against Oregon State. And tonight, the spirit is building in Arizona. News 22's Bill Pikus is live in Tempe tonight. And Bill, there was a big party to help rally those Irish troops tonight, wasn't there?
Yeah, there really was. A lot of the Irish fans were at the pep rally tonight to bring in the new year. And we came down here, we're kind of surprised at all the Oregon State fans. We didn't think there would be that many. Right now we've seen more orange shirts than blue or gold shirts. So we're going to have to see tomorrow who outnumbers who. But Greg Carroll, who joins me down here as part of our team coverage, caught up with some of the fans.
All right, thanks, Bill. We're here at the pre-Fiesta Bowl Notre Dame pep rally, and as you can see, the atmosphere is festive. After all, it is the Fiesta Bowl. It is New Year's Eve, and with all the Fighting Irish fans doing their thing, it's safe to say that the Fiesta Bowl party has officially started.
Ready to go and watch the game, enjoy the hot sun, see Notre Dame win, go Irish. Been a fan for 32 years.
We're feeling great. Notre Dame's going to do it. Notre Dame's going to show that their program's back.
Word around Tempe is that the Oregon State fans are greatly outnumbering the Irish fans, but that looks furthest from the truth tonight at the rally.
I don't buy into that, and I think most of those people should be committed. You understand?
But we have a good time. We enjoy our team, want to see them win, and we're civilized when we go.
I guarantee you, the day after tomorrow, you'll not see any orange. It'll disappear. They'll slide out of town. They won't even know they were here.
Well, game time is less than 24 hours away, and certainly the Irish fans are getting geared up and pumped up for this one. Fiesta Bowl 2001 coming up tomorrow. I just would like to wish everybody back in Michiana Happy New Year. Now back to you, Bill.
All right, thanks a lot, Greg. Now, coming up in sports, we're going to hear from Bob Davie and Dennis Erickson. Today was the last chances for the coaches to talk. We're going to have that coming up in a little bit. Now, back to Jim in the studio.
All right, Bill, we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Well, a lot of people are also partying tonight to ring in the new year, but as you saw there in Tempe, it's not only there that they're having a good time. The Purdue fans are also partying out at the Rose Bowl in preparation for the game tomorrow. News 22's Jeff Schaefer shows us how the Purdue fans went Hollywood tonight.
Purdue Boilermaker fans pouring into Hollywood in the heart of the movie district here in Universal Studios. The Globe Theater behind me where the big Boiler Bash is taking place. Hey, they expect a happy ending in tomorrow's big game. Boilermaker fans are getting geared up for tomorrow's Purdue premiere in the Rose Bowl. So how will the star-studded show open?
We've already been to the Rose Bowl, and it's really neat. You just get a chill when you go there. It's exciting. Lots of Boiler fans, lots of yelling and screaming, and hopefully a victory.
Boiler fans hope to give Washington an early curtain call.
Places we've been going, we've seen Purdue people everywhere.
For South Bend resident Larry Palduta, Purdue was like a veteran actor making a comeback.
Last time and the only time they went, I was a first semester freshman. That's what's so special for me.
What was the atmosphere like then when you were a freshman?
Who knows? I didn't get to go.
Well, that's a bummer, but Larry hopes this year's sequel isn't a flop. And judge for yourself. Think Hoosiers in Hollywood make a good mix?
Goshen, Indiana!
All right, so we are here with the G family. What is going to happen on Monday, Grandma?
We're going to win. Purdue University will win the football game, the Rose Bowl.
She's been here before. She ought to know. For now, I'm Jeff Schaefer at Universal Studios. Back to you guys.
Jeff, and our coverage of the bowl games will continue on News 22 at 11. Coming up in sports, we'll go back to Bill Pikus in Arizona for more on tomorrow's Fiesta Bowl. Plus, there is a new and better tasting way to get your kids to take their asthma medicine. The details in Your Health Matters. And after a record snowfall in December, what does the start of January hold in store? Bob is next with your Storm Tracker forecast.
You're watching News 22 at 11 with Jim Pinkerton. Your Storm Tracker forecast with meteorologist Bob Werner. and Mike Stack with sports. We're 22 WSBT, together making a difference.
My resolution, to have more fun.
I'll spend more time with my family.
This year, I'll save money. Make good on these resolutions. Get to the Chrysler year-end event. Lease Chrysler Town & Country, the best minivan ever. From the family of minivans that have won more awards than any other. Get $1,000 cash allowance on Town & Country or $750 cash allowance on Voyager. The Chrysler year-end event.
It is so hectic going shopping with 4 kids, and 3 of them are triplets. There is no way I would have time to go from store to store to store to get everything that I need. I love Walmart Supercenter. Everything you buy here is so fresh. It's important to me because I'm feeding my family. We save a lot of money buying our groceries here. Living on a budget with 4 kids, this is the place to go. I don't know what I would do without it. The clothes, the shoes, the toys, the groceries. You know, it's a one-stop shop. I'm going to get everything I need and save a ton of money. Walmart Supercenter saves my life.
This week, it's the New Year's sale at Busk Brothers Furniture, and it's your chance to be interest-free till New Year's 2003. No interest in 2001. No interest in 2002. Pay no interest till New Year's 2003. Or enjoy an extra 7% discount for cash. Freshen the look of your home with great new furniture from Thomasville, Broyhill, Flexsteel, Lane, and Sealy. Then be interest-free for 2 full years, or get a 7% discount for cash. Busk Brothers New Year's sale, special hours New Year's Day, 11 to 5.
We began anew with new easy-out rolling captain's chairs, new 3-zone climate control, new power sliding doors, new power hatch, new brighter headlamps, new. Dodge Grand Caravan, the best minivan ever. And did we mention it's new? The all-new Dodge Caravan, different.
This news segment is being brought to you by Dodge. See your local Dodge dealer today.
Now, meteorologist Bob Werner with your Doppler 22 Storm Tracker forecast.
Well, it was cold lang syne here on New Year's Eve in Michiana with yet another subnormal day. Normal high would have been 31. Today we did get up to 30 degrees, the warmest it's been in 2 weeks, but still the 29th of the past 31 days below normal. And also it was the 28th of the last 31 days with at least a trace of snow at the airport. Quite a combination of snow and cold this December. This December, by the way, the coolest Yule on record, 17.1 degrees, our average temperature for the month, well below the previous record set back in 1989, and Rick's chilometer still chugging away out there at 365 straight hours now below the freezing mark. A little shy of the record yet, but we're gaining on it, believe me. And December snow already topped the record yesterday, but the record-breaking flaking continued today with another 0.8 of an inch. In fact, we are now with our 44.6 inches, the 4th snowiest month of all time of any month recorded here in Michiana, with the highest one, of course, being January of 1978 with 86.1 inches, but another 0.7 of an inch. We would have been number 2, so again, quite a historic, record-breaking month here in December of 2000. We'll be glad to see it go, I'm afraid, most of us at least. Here's the way things have looked this evening on our combination radar and satellite imagery. A few clouds, a few breaks, I should say, in the clouds showing up over southwest lower Michigan and northeastern Indiana, but a persistent band of lake effect snow still continues to pour off the lake. It shows up well on Doppler 22 Storm Tracker. As we take a look, this band of snow has just kind of hung there for most of the day today, bringing light but accumulating snows over portions of Berrien, Van Buren, and Cass counties in Michigan, and at least flurries as far south as South Bend and Fort Wayne tonight, as you can see, and those will be gradually dying but still persisting out there as December winds down. Here's the way things looked at the surface today. We were still being affected by a powerful storm off the east coast. This is the tightly packed isobars indicating the wind field associated with that thing. Cold air continues to pour in on the backside of it, and most of the eastern 2/3 of the country remains cold, while down to our southwest, mild temperatures and clear skies are the rule. Right now at the airport, with a few flurries flying, we're down to 24 degrees Fahrenheit, the dew point at 21. Relative humidity 88%. The barometric pressure at 30.29 inches is rising, and the wind is out of the west at 9 miles an hour. This is the way we expect things to shape up tomorrow. In case you're traveling, there will be snow of a light variety off toward our north and east, with cold temperatures down as far south as Florida. Sunshine building in, though, by early Tuesday, and a pretty great day to our south and west. In fact, we'll confirm that by showing you the college football forecast for the big Fiesta Bowl, Notre Dame versus Oregon State. Temperatures in the 60s with at least partly sunny skies. As far as the Rose Bowl is concerned, Purdue versus Washington, a little bit warmer with upper 60s and plenty of sunshine. And finally, for the big Florida Citrus Bowl down in Orlando, Florida, Michigan versus Auburn, temperatures in the low 50s with partly sunny skies, but again, light winds. So it looks like weather will not be a factor as you watch those bowl games tomorrow. Meantime, overnight for us, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers. Also some fog possible, as there was of the patchy variety last night, low around 13. For tomorrow, variably cloudy and cold to ring in the new year with a chance of some light snow, high 22. Overnight tomorrow night, clearing eventually with a low of 3 below zero as the radiational cooling takes place. Then mostly sunny but cold on Tuesday with a high of 25. So it looks like you'll need your shades in a couple of days. It'll be nice to see some sun for the new year.
Yeah, it would be a nice change of pace.
It would indeed.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Okay.
Well, coming up in sports, tomorrow's going to be an emotional day for Drew Brees. His last game playing for Purdue. And you're looking live at Times Square in New York City, where not even the snowy weather can keep the big New Year's party from raging. Right now, check out tonight's winning lottery numbers.
It's the right time for the Mercury year-end event. The right time to get your Mercury dealer's best year-end savings on every new Mercury, including the luxury-loaded 2001 Mercury Sable. Right now, returning lessees can lease one for just $249 a month for 24 months with $28.24 cash due at signing. For year-end savings, it's the right time to see your local Mercury dealer now. Mercury. Live life in your own lane.
Do you know the difference between a restaurant and a workaround? A workaround is a place where you work your way through the line, work to see the menu, work to carry your tray and fill your drink, work to balance your tray and drink when you get your condiments, work to find a place to sit, and then work to clean your own table. Thank you so much. At Steak and Shake, we're a restaurant. You sit while I do the work.
Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers.
Hi, I'm Buddy King from Oldies 94.3, inviting you to spend some time with some old friends of mine. Elvis, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Oh, and Diana Ross, Three Dog Night, the Everly Brothers, Chuck Berry, the Beach Boys, even Sly and the Family Stone. You'll find all of us hanging out on Oldies 94.3. So turn up the volume, pull up a memory, and have some fun with the good times and great oldies on Oldies 94.3.
In your Health Matters tonight, patients with type 2 diabetes have a new weapon in their drug-fighting arsenal. It's called Starlix, and is now approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The medicine works by controlling blood glucose. Studies show diabetics who keep their glucose levels in check reduce their risk of major complications. Type 2 diabetes affects almost 95% of the 16 million Americans with diabetes. Can't get rid of the hiccups by drinking a glass of water or holding your breath? A new study says an injection of the drug Nefopam seems to do the trick. Researchers in Rome were able to relieve hiccups in patients within a minute when given a dose of that painkiller, but Nefopam is not available in the United States. A drug approved by the FDA will help treat children with asthma. Unlike other anti-inflammatory drugs, Orapred tastes better than the other leading brand. Some children have refused to take their medicines in the past because of the bad taste. Orapred's expected to be in drugstores next month. The Rose Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl just hours away now. Charlie Adams is next with the latest. First, let's take another look live at the New Year's Eve party in this country's largest city. These are pictures from New York City's Times Square. We'll be right back.
Horizon Transport of Wakarusa, Indiana may be just what you have been looking for. If you are at least 25 years of age, have a good driving record, in good health, and would like to travel the USA for pay, this is your chance. Horizon Transport has been in business since 1984, catering to the RV industry, delivering motorhomes, specialty vehicles, travel trailers, and fifth wheels all over the continental United States. If you would like to travel the USA for pay, contact Horizon Transport at 1-800-DRIVE-07. Horizon Transport.
It's winter, it's snowing, and Doppler 22 Storm Tracker sees it all. It's Michiana's only weather radar system that picks up even the lightest snowfall. And because lake effect snow amounts vary so widely, Doppler 22 Storm Tracker can show you where the trouble spots are right down to the street where you live. Plus, Doppler 22 Storm Tracker is proven technology that Michiana depends on during the winter weather season. When the lake effect snow starts piling up, you can count on Doppler 22 Storm Tracker, making a winter weather difference on News 22.
Well, tomorrow's game for the Irish is pivotal in many ways. A victory vaults Notre Dame into the top 10 final rankings. It gives them momentum going into next year, and it breaks a 7-year bowl victory drought. Going that long without a bowl victory is unacceptable at Notre Dame. News 22's Bill Picus joins us again live via satellite, which is better than joining us dead via satellite. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Charlie, how you doing? People are trying to bring in the new year here. All the fans are out ready for this big game tomorrow. Now, today, the coaches held their final media press conference, and they had their final words. Here they are. It's the final Fiesta Bowl press conference, and you won't see these coaches this close until they finish their game on the Fiesta Bowl field January 1st. With this last chance, both coaches praised each other's team.
You know, when you look at the statistics, it's kind of frightening. And I think they were #1 in the Pac-10 in total offense, #1 in the Pac-10 in total defense, #1 in rushing offense, and I think 1 or 2 in rushing defense. Not to mention #1 in turnover ratio. So you can see why they're a 10-1 football team.
You know, I don't sit there and preach to them to keep their mouths shut. But then again, you always talk to them, both teams, about, you know, watch what you say, because we respect Notre Dame.
Both coaches also feel their offenses need to establish a running attack.
But we've got to create some problems for them with our running game, and then we can do the things that we want to try to do with our passing game.
We have to run the football to be successful for a couple reasons. One, it keeps their offense maybe on that sideline a little bit, and that's our style.
Both coaches also emphasize they've had enough chances to talk. It's time to play the game. All right, and welcome back live to Tempe. As you can see, many fans are strolling down to the official block party. We're going to have more on that coming up tomorrow. We'll also have a live report at 6 o'clock right before kickoff, so tune into that. We also want to wish everybody a Happy New Year from our crew here in Tempe, Arizona. Right now, back to Charlie.
All right, have a great time out there in Arizona tonight. Well, the Irish do play at 8 tomorrow night. Locally, ABC carries the game. Michigan plays Auburn tomorrow at 1. Then at 4:30, Purdue goes against Washington in the Rose Bowl. Mike Stack, Zippy and Peppy joins us from California.
Thanks again for joining us from Hollywood. I'm Mike Stack. Our coverage of the Purdue Boilermakers as their quest for the Rose Bowl title continues. This morning, Joe Tiller talked about how tomorrow's game will be Drew Brees' last game as a Boilermaker. And as you can imagine, the coach is going to miss number 15.
I'm trying to avoid that. I'm in denial at this time, and I choose to remain that way. Yeah, he's a heck of a player, it's difficult to express what he's meant to our program, as you know. And yet, on the other hand, as you well know, in college football, it's one of the great things about college football is the beat does go on, and we will field the team next year without him.
Obviously, Brees has left a lot of memories for Coach Tiller and the Boilermakers, as has this entire Rose Bowl trip. From eating 538 pounds of prime rib to appearing on the Jay Leno Show.
The only boring part was his comment about me being in town to do a Rogaine commercial. That was the only boring part I found.
Coach Joe Tiller never having a problem with having fun with the media there, and I don't think any of that hair problem he was talking about would matter, provided Purdue knocks off Washington tomorrow in the Rose Bowl. And we'll have all the extensive coverage for you from Pasadena. Right now, we'll send it back to South Bend. This is Mike Stack from Hollywood.
For New Year's Eve, Mike says he's going to retire to his room with a good novel and hot cocoa. Erica Haney had 18 points and 12 rebounds as third-ranked Notre Dame jumped on Rice this afternoon at the Joyce. Notre Dame held Rice to 22% shooting. Rice couldn't stop Ruth Riley. She gobbled up everything and said, "I own the paint." And here comes Niele Ivey, the great senior guard. She had 13 points and this nice assist to Ruth the Truth. The Irish led 40-17 at the half. Megan Leahy showed some sharp shooting. Ruth Riley had 18 points. It was the 29th home victory in a row for the Irish, who won it big time 80-40. They're now 12-0. Muffet got her 300th win. The 12-0 start, the best in school history. And about that bowl game tomorrow for the Irish, Notre Dame's got to stop this little bitty running back for Oregon State named Ken Simonton. I mean, he can squirt around. He's tough. They got to deal with him. He could break some.
And Mike Stack, good novel and hot cocoa tonight.
Yes, right now. He's getting his pillow, and he's going to read. That's how he's going to take in the New Year's.
I'm glad you just rolled your eyes there because I'd never believe it otherwise. I believe Bob, though. He's next with your 7-day forecast.
Celebrate the Jeep year-end clearance with noisemakers. A little bubbly and exceptional values on legendary Jeep 4x4s. Like a $1,500 cash allowance or APR financing as low as 0.9% on Cherokee Sport. Plus all this at no extra charge. Or get a Wrangler starting at around $15,500. So ring in the new year at the Jeep year-end clearance with great values and, of course, the obligatory fireworks. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. We're rolling back prices all over the place. So put on a happy face.
At Walmart, we're always rolling back prices because we know how much you like to save. Walmart, always low prices, always.
Real people, real problems, real help. This fall, Dr. Urban Wolkoff makes House Calls. Weekdays on 22 WSBT.
Here's the last look at Doppler 22 Storm Tracker for this year. You can see a persistent band of lake effect snow showers now affecting the St. Joe Benton Harbor area and a few flurries scattered around northern Indiana, southwest lower Michigan. As far as the first day of 2001 is concerned, maybe a few additional flakes flying tomorrow. As we take a look at our 7-day outlook, 22 for a high tomorrow, lots of sun on Tuesday with 25, then small chances of snow each of the next 5 days with temperatures not exceeding the 30-degree mark the way it looks here, although there are some signs we might just get a little bit warmer than that, so we can be a little optimistic.
All right, we'll keep that optimism in hand.
Okay.
Thanks. That's our time tonight. News 22's back first thing in the morning at 5:30. Be safe tonight and enjoy 2001.
Attention parents, don't miss Kids Quarters end of the year floor sample clearance sale. Save up to 60% store-wide. Plus, we'll pay your sales tax. Shop the largest selection of baby and kids bedroom furniture. Lofts, bunks, cribs, cradles, changers, glider rockers, captain and canopy beds, floor samples, discontinued items and overstocks. All up to 60% off plus no sales tax. Don't miss the floor sample clearance sale on now at Kids Quarters. Across from UP Mall in Mishawaka.
22 Ways of Giving was a great success.
And you were the reason it was.
Gurley Leap was proud to provide our facilities and assistance in this wonderful holiday event.
Meyer and all its team members want to encourage you to continue to make contributions to the charities of your choice during this holiday season.
Thank you for making 22 Ways of Giving a part of your holiday season.
22 Ways of Giving and one great act of caring for our friends and neighbors.
Together, we all can make a difference in our community.
Start your morning with something different. It's fun, it's bold, and yes, it's stupid. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll win lots of dumb prizes. It's the John Boy and Billy Big Show, weekday mornings at 6 on Kicks Country 99.9. Warning, this radio program may cause brain malfunction or other side effects in certain hypersensitive individuals.
Hey, what's with the black and white?
Well, in addition to being rude, crude, and stupid, we're also cheap. It's the John Boy and Billy Big Show, weekday mornings at 6 on Kicks Country 99.9.
The right people, the right atmosphere, and the right food.
When you make your neighborhood Martin Supermarket your party headquarters, it'll be a special occasion, no matter what the occasion. You can pick up your party supplies and do it yourself. Or you can let our deli catering department do it for you. Your neighborhood Martins, for all the celebrations of your life.